Welcome back. You're watching Visions. I'm Helen Roshkut, and if you've just joined us, we're talking to Alannah Dore. Welcome back, Alannah.
Welcome.
Yes, you're very welcome. So all feelings are important, and well, especially to achieve happiness. But many people believe only the good feelings bring along happiness.
Yes, and this has been going on for centuries, probably thousands of years maybe, and causing problems along the way.
Yeah.
Basically, in our culture, there's the permission for feeling all our feelings is not there, and often people actually talk about good feelings and bad feelings, naturally, because there are feelings that we feel nice, it's nice to feel, and there's feelings that aren't nice to feel. But we've sort of taken that too far and assumed that then there are good feelings and bad feelings. Some feelings are bad for us. Sure, to feel feelings that feel unpleasant a lot is not good for us. But if we suppress it, feelings don't go away. They just go down to come up another day in another way. So we need to have permission to feel all our feelings. And as I said earlier, happiness isn't something that you can just pull out of our whole gamut of feelings and isolate it. We need to be able to feel the extent of our happiness and the extent of our pain. We need to have permission to feel that. If we've got a lot of feelings suppressed and we're walking through life with suppressed feelings, it's impacting on our life every day. It's literally impacting on our physical health. There's lots of research around that. It's impacting on our mental health. It's impacting on our relationships. It can even have an effect on how much abundance you're bringing into your life, your finances, everything. You're virtually, if you're suppressing a lot of feelings, you really are unable to access the extent of your happiness.
And Alannah, your programs encourage people to use their compassionate power. What is this compassionate power?
Yes, so this is the guiding force for giving ourselves permission to feel our feelings, giving other people where we're in relationship with permission to feel their feelings. But that doesn't mean dumping. This is about taking responsibility. This is about happiness is about taking responsibility for yourself. So compassionate power has got to be the vehicle that carries those happiness habits, that I call them. Feeling our feelings, giving ourselves permission to feel, and giving ourselves a safe time and place to feel our feelings. We need to be able to love ourselves. We need to be able to love ourselves in order to really bring that compassion to others. Yes. If we've got that compassionate power, it will affect the choices that we're making in our life every day. On what we're eating, on what we're watching, on what we're listening to. If we're really caring for ourselves, we're not going to randomly listen to, watch, experience, have conversations that are really negative and constantly dragging us down and making us feel bad. So we need that compassion for self first. We need to parent ourselves first.
Parent ourselves first, and then we can be what we need to be and choose to be for other people.
Yes.
Yes. And you have a foundation philosophy called the 7 Living Essentials. What exactly are these?
Yes, that is the framework, the focus, you could say, for each one. That if you're making sure you're including the focus for each one of those 7 living essentials, you're including them in your life, then you're on the path to happiness.
Yes.
Just aside, I probably need to explain holistic happiness is... Happiness is the authentic happiness. Holistic happiness is being able to come to the point of happiness by embracing all of us, not just part of us. So it's not just about mind power, it's about emotion power, it's about physical power, the whole thing. So going back to your question with the 7 living essentials, the first is that emotional mastery is the key to life. Everything we want in life is actually driven by an emotion. Actually not a thought, an emotion. A lot of people talk about thinking mind. Yes, it's incredibly powerful. We need to look at what we're thinking, but our emotions, our emotional mastery and conscious living is the way to live well and have great relationships and great health and meaning and purpose. So the first living essential is emotional mastery. The second living essential is looking at our beliefs. Our beliefs, our unconscious beliefs, not so much our conscious ones, our conscious ones. They have a huge impact on our life. The third one is feeding our mind well. I've mentioned a lot about that.
Yeah.
Watching, listening to, having conversations with, positive. The fourth one is taking care of our body, which I've also talked about. The fifth one is really acknowledging the big you, that there's this awareness, there's this person inside of you, this conscious awareness, this big part of you. Some people will call it spirit, some people will call it soul. You don't have to be religious to be able to access that. Yet everyone, no matter what religion or not, could access and benefit from holistic happiness habits. The big you is greater than. It's that sense of standing out there on a starry night and looking at the universe, and there in front of you is infinity. No scientist can really explain it, no matter how much they try and explain it. There it is, that amazing, awesome, incredible power. And you're a mirror of that. That where do I fit into the whole scheme of things? Whether there's a scheme or not, doesn't matter if you've got any belief system, but there's something greater than your roles that you play in your life. That the physical looks of you, you know, what you look like, there's this bigger awareness of you. And then that leads on to the meaning and purpose. What's your meaning and purpose? What are you living for? Make it purposeful. That is a pathway to happiness. And the final one is intent. That's really, really important. And it comes back to that compassionate power. Intent, intent has been researched by Dr. Emoto, a Japanese scientist, who did a lot of research with water molecules, giving messages to water molecules that were positive could harmonise, and messages to water molecules like messages like I hate you or something like that would deharmonise. So basically having that positive intent in everything we do actually harmonises things.
Fantastic, yes. I've seen that research too. So we'll just take a short break, Alannah. And as we go to break, stay tuned. We'll be back in a few minutes.